You're finally on stream from the start? So, I'm not sure if I should be the one to take a look at a guide, because I want to get a bunch of side quest stuff, but I still don't have the white heart trinity thing yet. And I'm not sure if it's worth doing that right now, or should I wait? Because there's a lot of things in places that I want to get. Like, I want to get my upgraded... I want to get my upgraded Blizzard? Gosh. Hold on, Donald. We don't know what's out there. Why don't we visit other worlds first? I'm sure we'll find some new items. They're doing what I want to do. You too, but you just realized that your computer volume was all the way down? My screen is flickering. My monitor is trash. They want me to do stuff, so maybe I'll just explore before I go to that whole new world. So, do I need to add closed captioning for you, Kathy? I'm annoyed how the save point is like here and not at the top. I want to go back to the... I don't remember where anything is. You don't have to do it for me, you're just having an off day today. I mean, that's fine. It'll just take me some time to get that all set up. Because I'd like to test it first and see how actually decent it is. Because if it's trash, then I don't want it. Forgot how annoying it is to get around here. Wait, there's some treasures here, right? That I might be able to get with my high jump now? Oh my god. That's fair. Sometimes on YouTube, the captioning is so bad, like, why do you even bother? I mean, it's all automatically done. And they might not even be able to understand my voice, and maybe my computer might not be able to handle sending all that stuff to whatever service that they're using to figure out my voice and stuff. You hated the platforming of this world? Well, it'll be a little bit easier now that they've given me a high jump. Remember, I pressed the wrong button? What is... Oh, fuck am I drag? I mean, for Sora having such big feet, he really is ass at platforming. Shoe shopping must have been a bitch for Sora's mother. We know nothing about Sora's mother, parents, family, and all that stuff. Who else is there to fuck up? Excuse me, do you have a size 19 for my 10-year-old son? Oh my god, imagine having such big feet at that young age. Don't imagine. Leave that to Matt Geitz.
See ya.
That was you? At 10? With fat feet? Are we still looking for trinities? That is what I would like to do. This is my side quest stream. But all these little cucks... some people don't like that word. All these little monkeys keep... Oh look, I can fly, I forget. Can you guys stop appearing? Thank you. My people need me. You love side quests? I usually try to avoid them on stream because I think it's a lot of fluff. But I feel like I'm at the point in the game where it shouldn't be too difficult given that I've explored the majority of the world in this game. That's kind of my style. True story, you can tell me without spoiling? Yeah, you can. Why do they keep appearing? This is dumb.
See ya.
Ever since your brother played Kingdom Hearts, you glide in your dreams? Oh my god! That's actually kind of cool. Yo, your brain is hyped for that. I wonder why they didn't make it like permanent flying and why it's just glide only. You can't actually want to just jump and just glide down the places. I'm sure you can just build yourself a wingsuit. Just jump off the green building. You can barely see that Trinity. Jump into the tree hollow, pick up fruit, clear all of them for a reward. Yeah, that's something that I did not do. How do I get back to the top? You wonder how fast the speedruns are for this game? Will never be doing that. Jumping off the green building might alarm some people. I think you're fine. Wait, can I get this treasure that's up here with my glide now? I would die trying to speedrun this game. What's my treasure, bitch? What do you think she wants? Only popping in for a second to ask about the live notification. Is it a reference to Nobody by Mitski? Yes, it's been stuck in my head all day. Nobody, 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 nobody. I'm sure that's not exactly how it goes, but I'm not very good at singing without a backing track. It is a total bop. And I was listening to some of her other tracks, and they are very meant for people who've been through music school. Or people who have just done like modern music theory. It sounds like it's heavily influenced by that.
Here.
Why is she still? Does she want Stopera?
Stop.
Okay, bye. I thought you had to burn those red mushrooms. It's apparently it's a puzzle. This is what Jag told me.
Stop.
Have fun, enjoy the games. Thank you. XOXO Tom. Hope school is treating you well and not being rough. She said we're T-posing. This is not Cyberpunk 2077. The rest of my computer components are supposed to get here tomorrow? So I'll be doing that stuff maybe after I'm done with this game, I'll build it. I don't know. I don't want to reinstall this game and accidentally wipe my save state. My save point. Your dad made burgers and you don't want to tell him that you can't physically eat, but you also want Chinese food? Why not both? Okay. Sora. I'm gonna make sure that Sora gets into the boat. Oh god. Why don't you have like half a burger and then save the rest for later and then get some Chinese food? No, bitch! No, bitch, please! What are you doing? Mama, this is garbage. Keck W. Rip. I don't even think I need to go all the way to the top of that house. Wait, those boys aren't there anymore. Hey guys, can you take care of... No! God damn it. I can't open it while there's people that I have to fight, and they're like one hit. I just kill them in one hit. It's like useless. Game, please. Please kill them. Useless. Now, I am kind of craving hamburgers. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Thank you, Donald. Why am I getting frame stutters? That's it? I don't think there's anything else here, is there? I overthought it the whole time. I really did. Just blame it on my being here that one time that caused all that consternation. Alright, I guess I'll go down to the tunnel. They really dropped me on this side of town? Is there anything on the secret side of this? Like where the waterfalls are? I don't remember if there are trinities over there. Well, will it even let me go over there? No. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot how shitty the camera is over here. They really should have made this like forced perspective side scroller, but it's giving me a headache. It's giving me nausea. Baby, please. See, look, there's a white thing over here, and I don't have white power yet. When do I get white power? Is there anything special about this? When do I get the Tuck Trinity? Or is that the one where Goofy bends over? Wow, you slid into my bird. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. So, in some other news, I hit some nice PRs at the gym today. Again, I've been having a couple of good days at the gym. It's been nice. I attribute it all to my finally eating right. Because I'm not plateauing as hard as I had been at prior attempts to lifting. So I was able to squat 235 for 4 sets of 5 reps. So that was good. I was happy about that. And I did some deadlifts today with some more weight than I had been doing before this point. We got money, not enough to buy that one amulet that costs like 4,800. Alright, I think I've explored enough of this. I truly do not care about that tunnel section. I don't think it's important enough for me to do it. Or I'm gonna go to a different world. I'm gonna check inside here first. I'm sure there's a lot I haven't reached. Just because I need to, like, float places, most likely. I don't know, there's a lot. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Oh, maybe I just came from there, huh? Too many loops. My brain cannot do. Can I do this one now? Hidden room. Touch. Aha! What do we have here? Found some puppies! Haste 2G. I'm a sad bitch. I'm Mitski, M-I-T-S-K-I. Where's your happiness? The $1 million question. I need to listen to it. If you ever want me to say it, there's Toad Voice. Hi, David. So I'm new to her. You can thank the stream for introducing her to me. Otherwise, I would not have known about her. Whee! Are you back at the gyms now, David? I don't have Twitter to see if you've done any of that. What did I get? I was reading chat. What am I supposed to do? Did a place open up for me? I did not see it. Dude, I feel so gay being able to float and whatnot. Ow. I'm just gonna power through his belly. Where to next, huh? Have I been in this chamber area? Bottomless hall? Can I get her now? Is that Jada's sister, the bottomless hall? It's Komora's sister. From the House of Hall! Komora. Tree Hall. Wow, all these men just throwing themselves at me. I must be doing something right. Oh, that's not a platform? When Candy wins season 13, that's what you're manifesting? You think that's gonna happen? Zero chance! Imagine All-Stars with her and Vanjie? Oh my god. The conversations they'd have, we'd need subtitles for that. They're gonna be speaking in code and I'm just gonna be here like, yeah, what she said. Two Tasmanian devils going off? It's like me trying to do Donald Duck. Except I'm very bad at it. Anyways, everything reminds me of him. Oh, I didn't notice anything in here. Other than like those statues having different colors, but I don't know if that's anything I could do. Wow, Goofy going after that big man's pole. Maybe Goofy is into bears. We need to do an All-Stars 2 situation where half the cast is from one season, and you're okay with it being season 12 or season 13? What if it's just like they mash up season 12 and 13 together? Imagine that. Maybe I can write a simulation. We can simulate. The non-COVID experience for the dolls. We're still not quite out of it yet. All-Stars 12 and a half. I could use 12 and a half inches. Centimeters. Centimeters. Not me saying that as I enter a place called Bottomless Hall. Yeah, about that. I'm insatiable. Centimeters, please. I was looking at some of my porn subreddits, and there was a gif of this guy taking a really big cock, but he didn't take the whole thing, and that really upset me. Like, I could still see inches, and that meant that there wasn't enough done. It was very disappointing. We have class now, but you'll come back if I'm still going in an hour. I'll probably be playing. He's a fucking amateur. A dick this big, you have to take the whole thing. Maybe it's the top's fault. Maybe he felt a little pressure and didn't want to pursue further. And like, honestly, you're gonna mute it? Oh, okay, thank you. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Willem and the Drag Race producers. Well, I think, was Willem the producer of her season? Because I feel that Olivia was the producer of this season, because Olivia was getting to everybody's business, which might be the reason why she's been in the show for so long in her season. They did not let her go. They let her stick around and around and around. You meant Willem hooking up with the producer? Did that happen? Did that happen, or was that just Willem having a guy over to his hotel room? Oh Lord. Maybe I don't know about this hot gossip. Jesus. And then there's Pearl Smash, which is the move that a lot of the girls this season have been doing when they lip sync. I think Gottmik has the same Pearl Smash technique. Drag Race Down Under trailer dropped today. You think I should watch it? One of the pit crew is named Pearl Smash, or does the moves a la Pearl? He's built like a himbo? I want that to be me. When do I reach himbo status? Will I be able to reach it by my 31st birthday? In 3 months away? Himbo's a mindset? Not a build? Okay, if himbo's a mindset, then I'll never be a himbo, because I'm too smart to be a himbo. Facts, just facts. Not me getting run over by a pot. Wait, did that pot just take out that green thing? I'm very confused. So when does Hercules get on my team? Or do I just only get to fight him? I never get to, like... I wanted to say breed him, but that is not allowed. Ugh. God damn it. I mean, the way that Hercules was so cocky when I was fighting him... Honestly. Wow. All because I didn't have a high jump. Yay! Found more puppies! Osmos G, which I'll never use. Okay, can I go back to getting my treasures, please? Thank you. They really just leave, like, treasures everywhere. No problem. Who needs to clean after themselves? I think I'm done. There might be one room that I haven't done. Maybe this side room? Yeah, I haven't done the alley. I've been in every other room. Street rat, I don't buy that. Let's not get too hasty. Still, I think he's rather tasty. Gotta steal to eat, gotta eat to live. Alright. Do you think that's an accessible platform? Nope, it's fake. So, you want to drink today? Yes or yes? You are not working, so drink. Have you been to Sigma Chi when they box somebody? Or were you never at Sigma Chi because Sigma Chi is for whites only? You got drunk last night and picked a fight with a man? Is that what those tweets were that I saw last night? Sigma Chi, white guys, you never went. Yeah, you probably never went. I was only there because of volleyball. I had volleyball teammates that were in Sigma Chi, and I wanted to see those white men maybe be shirtless there. It devolved into something worse. Oh, girl. Wait. No. I don't want this. I don't want this. I feel like we were just here, so maybe I'll go into the whale. So at Sigma Chi, if you put an empty box on someone's head, they start drinking and singing a song of like, drink chug-a-lug, 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 something like that. Oh, you went to the football and the basketball frats, huh? At least that's what they were when we were there. I'm sure they're not the same anymore. I don't even know if LCA is still even a fraternity anymore. The one time I randomly ended up at LCA, I was like, Man, I could really use some taquitos from 7-Eleven right now. It must have been during a CPW that I ended up at. At LCA. Because otherwise, I'm like, I have no business being here. Like, I don't know very many people here. They don't really care for me. Why was I partying during CPW? That's not true. It could not have been a CPW, because why would I be partying with Pre-Frosh? It was always fuckery over there, but you never had a bad time except for the one time you got kicked out because you turned off the country music and put on rap! That is well deserved! Honestly, you're doing God's work over there. You think I can go into this hole? Ah! Wow, the ability to just like float wherever the hell I want is so powerful. You're supposed to shake your ass to Keith Urban? No. That's when you go and you get a drink. That's when you're like, baby. Or that's when you hit up Jameer and be like, do you want to go to New Delta right now? Wasn't I just here? Does it just loop around? I'm very confused. Chamber 1 into Chamber 1. No wonder I got fucking lost in this place. I mean, there's a reason why the music at New Delta was always popping, because, flavor. It's called flavor. Is it? Am I allowed to say that? You're back, but not for Keith Urban. Imagine going to a fraternity party and hearing Keith Urban play. You know there's something wrong. Like, I know there's lots of diverse groups that go to MIT, fine, but not for this country shit. Maybe if Little Nas was a thing at that time, perhaps. Why do these holes just go in a circle? Was I ever into hole play? Yes, I am into hole play, but not when I'm confused and I don't know where I'm going. I'm into hole play when there's direction involved. You're supposed to jump. There you go. I'm supposed to shake your ass to Luke Bryan? No. Maybe I'll shake my ass on him. If he's there, I'll rub some taint on him. Hole, even. Can we kill him, please? Are we done? You honestly can say you've never heard a Luke Bryan song? I'm sure you have. Can you guys finish that thick dude off for me, please? Thank you. There's a lot of treasures here that I just have not gotten. What zone is this even? This is Monstro. This is like Chamber 5. It's like the initial area. When you get swallowed by the whale, you searched on Apple Music and none of those songs look familiar to you. Yes, this is Monstro. I'm inside a whale, a psychedelic whale being. Can one of you guys go kill that thick boy down here? Not me. God damn it. Not even the country girl shake it for me one? I don't know what that refers to. Which hole? Chamber 6? Chamber 3. You only here for country music? So Carrie Underwood, some Dixie Chicks? I love when the Dixie Chicks get all political. It pleases me. Because it pisses off everybody who thought they were like-minded in their conservatism, but no, they are uber libs, and it pleases me. The last concert you saw was Maren Morris? I'm not familiar. When COVID's over and you're back in Texas, I want that Vietnamese crawfish place, and then I want to go to a rodeo. I'm gonna buy some boots out there. Doesn't that sound hot? You love that for me? Is it? Is it Sora? Girl, if I get some boots and some Daisy Dukes, it is over for you bitches. Oh my god. I'm thinking about it right now, and I'm so into it. If you're not into it, well, honey, get into it. You'll take me to Mesquite, Texas, to their little rodeo in Fort Worth? I don't know if I want to go to, what is that, West Texas? North Texas? Because Fort Worth is next to Dallas-ish. It's west of Dallas. The textures in this place are borked. Donald, you're just showing tail. Why don't you do something and help me out? Fire! Did he just absorb that? Rude. I don't want a chamber 1. I want chamber 3. So many chambers. God, this place needs a map. All right, I'm over it. I didn't find a Trinity in there, but maybe I can go upward into this other upper part and see if there's anything there for me. I wanna bust it down. I'm imagining if they just gave me that glide power a lot earlier, how much I would be able to get through these levels. Please, sir. I do not care. Watch I build my new PC and I can only get like 50 frames per second on Cyberpunk. Imagine. Everything reminds me of him. Oh, this is a big bitch. Look how big she is. Why does it keep showing me the question mark when I get close to his face? He's not getting hurt. I'll hit him, but his HP bar is not going down. So what is it that I need to do to him? If you could get decent frames, I'm sure you can, but I'm turning on like ray tracing stuff. Just get me out of here. The ray tracing you in danger, girl? Yes. Time to go. Ooh, I did not like that. Let's get me out of the Monstro. The option to delete things? Way too close. Where's Jambeard? I know Jambeard was really into Shark Boy. I mean, who wouldn't be? Look at him. The thing is that I feel like I've explored a lot of this area. So I don't know how much there is to do. I really have to look hard for those. You're sitting here shopping for Speedos? As you should. I mean, it's fun. We get Donald Hole again. They just have to fit right. Your Speedo doesn't fit anymore? Does that mean your dick's too big? Ball's too big? You got plump. Ooh. Fat ass. You have a stomach punch? That's fine. We just had a whole year of a pandemic. Summer 2021 gets whatever it gets. They only give me mana, and then what does she want? A potion? She's dancing. What do I give her? Look, she's so happy. I can't give it to the target. No! I don't want to hit her. Does she want my ether? She's dancing. Kira? Nope.
Thunder.
She didn't like that.
Stop.
Did she like that? I can't tell. Oh no! She's gone! I messed the puzzle up. I wonder what that one would have been had I done that properly. Dude, Stopra is way too powerful.
Deep freeze.
What is this, undersea garden? I don't remember anything about this place. You made your drink too strong? Well, you know how to fix that, right? Unless you ran out of mixers. Yeah, add more juice. It has to be something that you enjoy, not something that is like you're only drinking just because you're trying to be badass. You thought you did, but you found another can of pineapple juice. Is it whiskey? I like pineapple juice and whiskey. Have you had that combination before? Pineapple vodka? I like the slight sweetness and earthiness from, or like the woodsy flavor. It kind of goes well with the whiskey and pineapple. You don't drink whiskey? Whiskey makes me black out now. You've been traveling to many different worlds, right? Come back someday and tell me all about it, okay? No. Me and Ariel are gonna go play, but don't tell the king, okay? The one time, I'm sure I've told this story before, the one time I had tequila at Rhodes, I coughed and I spit it in people's faces. Because it tickled my throat too much. So I ended up coughing it out into someone's face. Isn't that lovely? Rhodes was the little local watering hole near MIT.
Come on.
But it's since closed. spit in your mouth, Daddy. Daddy.
Come on.
You celebrated your 22nd birthday there? I remember going there after the after commencement, and boy, we were drunk and crying. Walking home from Rhodes over the Harvard Bridge, I was weeping.
Come on.
And then I had to clean my room, my dorm room the next day. That was messy. I basically threw everything into a garbage bag because I was fucking lazy. I've lost all my stuff that I brought to college with me. I'm so bad. All that stuff is gone. All the stuff that I brought with me, all the cute little shirts that I had at MIT, all the cute little jackets, gone. But that's okay, that's 10 years ago. I need to let it go. You made a Facebook event, and you invited a lot of people. Well, your birthday's the week before spring break. So you think people are gonna go? But a lot of people just drop by to say happy birthday? That's cute. Oh my god. Kinda jealous. But I also don't like planning things for my birthday. I don't know why I have some sort of like I just don't want to. I don't have any more stopra for you.
Heal.
People had projects and stuff so they wouldn't commit, and you're just like, fuck it, come if you want. You can dance if you want to, you can leave your friends behind. I don't remember which hole I came out of. I think it's the lower hole that I need to do. Oh, this is a different hole. Are there any secrets in here? I really don't remember there being anything here. Small clam, big clam. One's a save clam. Under the sea, down where it's wetter, down where it's better, take it from me. Thank you for subbing, Morty. I appreciate the support and love that you give to my stream, and for being the best mod there ever was. You other mods can't deny. When a mod walks in with a pretty little face and a round thing in your face, you get wrong. They say. Oh, they say. You're just happy to be here? Everything reminds me of him. How do I open this clam?
Deep freeze. Thunder.
Does anybody know how to open clams? I'm gay. I do not know how to deal with clamshells. Close tight. Magic probably won't work. Well, I'm hitting it. Oh my god. I don't get it. I'm super dummy thick. You're distracted, you can't spell? That's close enough. Let's go say hi to Daddy. Shall we? Daddy! I know we've missed King Triton. I've missed King Triton. So there's a white trinity in all of these places, but there's exactly one. I don't see trinity marks elsewhere. Daddy! Guard it well, it must not fall under the sway of darkness. All right. I'm not doing anything bad. Keeping an eye on Lock and Barrel. Quiet is boring. This whole stream is gonna get claimed. I won't be able to collect any money on YouTube for this stream. Which is fine. I'm not a YouTube partner anyway, so they're not gonna give me anything. You know, one of these days I'm going to edit my videos. Maybe I can get some a different kind of audience that way. But it's a lot of work. I have to think, is it something that I truly want? My unofficial hunt should have been a huge success, but it didn't work. Jack is still talking about the Heartless Halloween. Yeah, he's right here. Hi, Sarah. Care to join me for a stroll around Halloween Town? No. But I can fly now. Oh, you spelled here wrong. I'm very smart. I didn't go to school for learning that English. Even though it was required. What am I attacking? They were all flattened.
This is it.
Just double checking where I've been. That forced camera is ass. Hi, gotta go cook, but hello, thanks for being here, Decree. Thanks for stopping by. What are you making? Is it curry? Is it a lasagna?
This is it. Come on. Come on.
Oi, oi. Look, I'm just trying to find the Trinities. I wish it would tell me if I missed. You know, I could also just look online for all the Trinity spots. Maybe I'll just get a guide to where everything is in each world. And all those secret treasure places that I needed to get in Alice in Wonderland world, maybe I should look up how to get all those things, because that has been in the back of my mind this whole stream. I just wasn't patient enough to keep exploring the last time I was there. See, look, a white thing I can't do. When do I get white power? The fried rice with chicken. You cooked rice yesterday, but you might put the chicken in with pasta instead because you need to buy more vegetables. Too bad. No vegetables. Well, wait, do you have any like frozen vegetables? That's basically what I do in fried rice. I use frozen vegetables anyways. I don't think I've ever used fresh vegetables for fried rice. Unless it was like green beans. Kathy, I'm sure you have duck eggs in which you can make fried rice. Oh yeah, scallions count as fresh veg. Maybe more like an herb. I've been chopping up fresh carrots for my salads that I have after my lift. No old rice. I never use old rice for fried rice. I always use fresh. I don't understand the concept of the rice having to be old in order to make fried rice with it. Because I want it to have... I don't want it to be crunchy. That's what the frying part in the pan does for me. You always use old rice? You feel like the texture's better? I always put an egg in mine. I need egg. At the very end, when everything is done and cooked, I put an egg in it. I know some chefs like to put it in first and like mostly yolk. But not me. Maybe I just suck? I'm just doing my mother's style fried rice. The eggs usually go at the end, but if you have a high amount of egg, you can do it at the beginning. But you have to do it at a low heat so the eggs don't overcook. Depends on the rice. I guess that's true too. I'm only cooking with jasmine rice. No other rice exists at my house. Oh, well, that's a lie. I'm eating brown rice now, and as much as I don't like the brown rice... Oh my god, his house is gone? Wow. Yo, I was trying to do the red Trinity. Get that treasure down. You use normal white rice, but is it like short grain, long grain, white people rice, yellow rice, basmati rice? The rice texture differs between crop, between varietals. But yeah, the brown rice I've been doing, I made sure to do my dishes before my stream today, just so I could have a clean rice pot to soak my brown rice in. Wow, I really thought this was a secret. Hi, Jag! Jag, there are some places in Alice in Wonderland that I haven't figured out. Like, they're in the unmarried birthday area. There's like 3 treasures that I've never gotten, and I really want them, and I don't know how to get them. And I'm too lazy to open up a puzzle thing or a guide walkthrough to figure that out for me. Where did I just go? Oh wow, it took me back here. I don't have enough confidence to try to cook Indian. But I think I should learn, because the place that I order from, they don't cook the protein in the same pan as the actual food product. Food product sounds bad. Like the actual tikka masala stuff. The nice creamy tomatoey thing. I guess this house is dead. Because I want the chicken to take up that flavor, and I don't want to use like a packet. Because that feels like I'm cheating, but thanks to Kathy in chat, I was able to watch Luda Can't Cook, which is a series on on Discovery Plus. Spice mixes are okay, but like a pre-mixed sauce? No. So on the first episode of Luda Can't Cook, he learns how to cook Indian food. And the one thing that I did learn from that show is how to toast spices in the oil before cooking the rest of it. Like, that's a mainstay of Indian cooking. What? What happened? Why is he running from me? What is this? What fight did I just encounter? Because I've never seen this tin pot dude. Oh my god, please, sir. You don't recall that tin pot dude? Oh, well, I'm just going back in a bunch of lands just to find all the trinities that I haven't done yet. Oh my god, please. Triple heal? How many heals did I get at once, team?
Donald! Goofy! Fire! Stop!
You love Indian food, but you haven't found a good place down there, so maybe you have to learn how to cook it. Oh wow, he finally has like a boss meter. Wait, he had a boss meter and it just goes away? Does he have different areas for me to attack on him? This is crazy. What the hell? This guy's too powerful for me. Seems like a super monster. Yeah. See, look, look. See, I can only do damage on him here when he's in this form, and then he reappears, and then he gets a new meter back. It's ass. Oh my god.
Heal.
This guy has brains. Cooking Indian food is great because Indian Mart sells what you need in large amounts that will last a long time. I'd have to go to Jackson Heights to get good Indian groceries. That's fair. They have one of those in Baton Rouge. Is that close to you though? Excuse me. It's a mob added to Final Mix and it's meant to be hard. Well, it is being hard. Oh, I just killed him. GG's. GG's, cunt. I got a bunch of fire gems. I think I can use those at the Moogle place. So when they jump around like this, what do they want? They didn't want me to smack them, apparently. Whatever, I'm done with this place. I didn't come out of here, impale them with my door opening device. I did, a little bit. I think this is gonna be my last attempt at figuring out what the hell I need to do in Wonderland. Also, I kind of want to look up the Trinity spots in... Oh wait, I think I have an idea that I have not tried yet in Wonderland. And now that I have potions, I might be able to do it. If it jumps, you have to wait for it to do an emote? Ooh, who jumped? Oh, the white mushrooms? I just have to wait until it does a trick with me. What is that? Is that fire? What the hell is this? He's cold? Thunder it? Oh, rip. Make me big.
Here.
Big boy. The weirdest fucking area in this game. This should be the weirdest. You love how they pop? Do I want to go into this hole? Which hole do I want? There's so many choices. I killed him instantly because I'm a god. Ah! Oh, look, there's a treasure over there. I got something oral. I made it up here! Ah ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! I think I have I gotten all the puppies? If I don't make it over there, I will be so sad. Thank you. Alright. I'm done with this place. See ya! Yeah, the last time I was here, I did... Oh, wait, no, no, no! There's a super secret place that I didn't do. I was supposed to give it, like, an item, but I never did. It was, like, hidden somewhere. But I'm too lazy, like, going into that puzzle. The sound effects are very Final Fantasy VII. Wasn't the game made shortly after? Not shortly, like 6 years after? Okay, I'm thinking about Final Fantasy X. Don't mind me. I'm dummy thick. Final Fantasy X was closer to this game. That is true.
Thunder!
X2, I'm supposed to play at some point on a stream near you. Cool. It won't let me go in. Rude. Okay, bye, friend. No, I just have to examine it. I just have to get like the right pixel. It's dumb. Ah, okay. So that's where the white mark is. And this one, should I just give it something? Oh, it's just talking to me. What about you?
Here.
That's it? Oh, you gave me a high potion as a result. Alright. Get me out of here. So there's one white power mark in each world. I assume that I have to come back later and do those things? Is it like a post-game thing? Yes, the White Trinity. Because I've been to every world and I've done a lot of the Trinities, so I think I'm ready to go see what's up with the new world. I don't want to go to Peter Pan world. I've been inside Peter Pan world. No, wait. Let me go talk to the Dalmatians first. I got a lot of Dalmatians. Yeah, when am I supposed to get the White Trinity? Is it something I'm supposed to have by now, or... I need to go talk to the puppies. How much money do I have? Ooh, a lot. Maybe I'll go buy that one thing that I want. Element ring. Is it worth it? Yep. White is later. Good. I should have the ability to do all but white. That is correct. I want a Moogle badge. I don't know what it does, but I want it. I did not mean to grab that. Wow, she hit me with the slingshot? You can't. Oh my god, this is fucking rude. Stop rock! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is cancer. I thought these were like the banana girls. I see you enjoy using magic more than at the beginning. Barely. Barely. Yeah, but except it uses all my MP if I use it. You saw how I use it like twice? Not these mega cunts. Oh my god, I have to leave. Will they end? This is... I'm getting gangbanged by ladies in pink. Will this stop? Are they even hurting me? Alright. Alright, this was fun while it lasted. It didn't last. I just wanted to say hi to the dogs. I'm allowed to raise the alarm. They will spawn indefinitely, so if you fuck up and fuck you up and drop nothing, so I have to leave. That's nice of the developers. Mega Elixir. That's it? I saved all your dogs and that's all you give me? Is there a way for me to check on how many dogs I've saved? Oh, there's way more dogs. Key items. Can't check in this house. I can hurl the Keyblade. Journal. Dalmatians. Oh. Oh. I've only found 66 puppies. There's 3 in Traverse Town? 3 in Agrabah? 9 in Halloween. I didn't find any dogs in Halloween Town? 6 in Neverland? I almost feel like I want to find the dogs first. So, ooh. Where are the Traverse Town dogs? Since what? How long is it going to take for the next world to do? Because it looks like that. It feels like it's going to be the last place. I don't know what the next world is. I have not gone to it yet. I was gonna go there at the end of the stream just to get an introduction to the next time I play this game. I have access to the next world, but I'm not going there just yet. Got me some puppies. Ooh, and I didn't get this one yet. Oh, I'm glad I did this. Pound it. Bust it down. You didn't help, Donald. The point of no return in the game is very clear, so you shouldn't worry about not progressing. Okay. But I've spent this whole stream doing side quests, so I almost feel like I can just continue doing that because I'm almost near my time of. We're gonna save all the puppies. Agrabah. Agrabah. 43. No, that's 49. Entrance area to the Cave of Wonders. Does this count as an entrance area? Oh, there it is. I learned jackpot. What does it do? At least it's somewhat helpful, straightforward in telling me where to find the dogs. And then I busted out a guide just so I cannot waste too much time. Alright, what did you miss? I'm saving all the puppies. We're gonna save as many Dalmatians as I can. Can someone tell me at the bottom of the link that I put in chat if the last world is going to get spoiled in there? I just want to make sure I don't scroll too far down. You think you're drunk already? You went a little hard. So I already had 41. There's 60, 64 is in the treasure chest in the cemetery area. Take the Christmas tree door within the Moonlit Hill, which remains hidden until after Oogie is destroyed and Sora seals the keyhole. Whatever does that mean? Treasure chest in the cemetery. Finish your vodka. The world is ending. The last world is named in that page. Okay, I won't scroll down too far. Thank you for checking. Man, I want to get on your level. Here I am, looking for dogs. Stop scrolling after Neverland? Alright. There's a Christmas tree thing in here? I'm in the cemetery. The Christmas tree door within Moonlit Hill. Okay, so I need to go to the next area after this. Thank you for, what's it called? Redeeming the shotgun. Let me save these puppies, and then I'll grab the Coors Light because I want to get rid of it. Can I get beer delivered to me? Just so I can get like that Michelob? There's a Christmas tree door? Oh. Oh, this thing. My god. Rude. Game is rude. Is there an app for that? Like Drizzly? I think so. But doesn't that have like a high surcharge? I just need to have a grocery store nearby me that has it. But I've only looked at... You know, maybe I could go to the Whole Foods, even though I hate Whole Foods. because it feels like Whole Foods is only meant for rich people. Scissors G. Used to make groceries at Whole Foods in Houston because you could walk there. What do you... You're taking a break from bombing and fighting games and go exercise? Yeah, go exercise. Exercise takes care of a lot of mental strain. Is that the door I came in? Yeah.
Fire!
Prices dropped after they were bought by Amazon. I really feel like the only reason why I should end up ever at a Whole Foods is if I need to get some really nice cuts of meat. And since the other place that I usually would go to get that is not there anymore, there's a gray pumpkin in here that I'm supposed to be able to do with glide. But how do I reach it? I see it, but how do I get up there? You're passionate about fighting games? Meanwhile, you're bombing something that you're passionate about? I didn't even see these treasures. I would have never found these treasures. Halloween Town, there's 3 more here in the bridge area just before the entrance to Oogie's Manor. If I've completed Halloween Town, this chest will be in the Manor Ruins area located in the center of that area. The chest will be slightly below ground with a guillotine. Oh, no. I've already gotten that one. Have I gotten 64? Yes. Have I gotten 67? No. It's the White Trinity, so I can't get it. Okay. Rude. Oh wait, there's a whole Trinity list? Oh god. So I've gotten the yellow ones. I need to find out where the last... I have 1 left each of these areas that I need to do. Oh my god. Not 1. 14 plus 1 is not 17. Are some of these in the next world? You know, I never read any of Ansem's report. I feel like I should read these at some point. Why do I only have, like, odd-numbered reports? Like, I feel like that's something that I would want to read before the final boss, perhaps? Okay, Neverland, there's more that I need to do. There's a White Trinity that I can't get. The White Trinity, and then 82 is in the ships after getting flight. Okay. Yellow Trinity is in the ship hold, which I already got. 80 to 90 I already got, so I need to do the one in the ship. I mean, Danny Elfman did an excellent job writing the music to this movie. And as someone who's like, who likes music theory, getting to hear all of the different themes and the way he worked in different time signatures into his into his music was very entertaining to me. Although a lot of the themes were very similar from number to number. The ship's hold after gaining flight. What does ship's hold mean? Does that mean out here? Look at these fake treasures. There's a white trinity. Oh, we flying. Why am I getting gangbanged right now? Please? What the fuck is that? No, I just want to open the treasure. Who is fucking me up over here? You guys take care of it, will ya? Okay, it's gone. Oral. Oralchum? Oh, they're gone. I'm not fucking with them. Oral Chad come? Who? It literally says ship's hold as one place that I can go to. Jesus Christ. Hi, Chromatica. I'm doing side quests because I want to clean up before I go to the last world. And the last thing I'll do before I end my stream is to go get the cutscenes for that area. Then I'll learn what the new world is. It'll be great. They really hit this. Jeez, I would not have ever found this. I got puppies. So I'm done with all the puppies because the rest are either in the last world or I need I need white power for the rest of them. Here we go. The music is different. Music is minor. Oh, wow. I'm still using the basic ship. Yep. I have not upgraded the ship at all. But they put this music in minor. I don't know the possibilities at all. It's because it's stuff I don't want to do on the stream. I love the minor version of this. I love the minor version of this so much. Is it Snow White's world that we're going to go to because of Maleficent? That's what I feel like it's going to be. What they do is that they had it in major and then they changed the key and now they're giving me minor. Is Andros gonna appear out of no? Oh god. You feel like your life was written in minor? Maleficent is Sleeping Beauty. Did I say Snow White? Jesus. I did. Ooh, listen to these strings! I'm gonna blow up my ship. Maleficent was cute too? Was it just because of Angelina Jolie? You like Angelina Jolie, but the story was cute? The fuck is this? Hollow Bastion. It's just a heartless place. Story time! Gosh, look at that! No, I didn't see the trailer for Drag Race Down Under. I know this place! I don't. What is this place? Is this where he was born? Gosh, gosh, that's strange. I wonder why. I feel this warmth inside, right here. Is this harkening back to the beginning of this game where I chose all these different things? Hey, I'm serious! Let's go! Okay, I feel like we could see a little bit more of this area. Under the sea? Baby, what? I'm walking on water? What? At least get out of this blue crayon. I was gonna say crayon. You actually said canyon. Prep gave him heartburn. I hope not. We need everybody to be on prep. Was that a treasure chest down there? I really have to be fucking Jesus to get that. Yo, come on. I'm getting these treasure chests. Oh my god, please. Even if we're monogamous? Yeah, you can't trust a bitch. Never trust a hoe. Oh wait, I was supposed to drink! I don't know, I must have been in some kind of mood for me to forget that. I hope this stays. Viru! Kurzalaito! Also, my shipment of my computer case from Walmart came today. Would you guys be interested in if I built my computer on stream? Or is that just extra? I don't know. What if I fail to build my computer on stream? When am I gonna cook on stream? Never. My kitchen's really ugly. And I don't want to move my setup into the kitchen. I added a thing to my code so it would not flip off like it did when I was trying to set. Or like my volleyball stuff the other day. Yes, this is my wig. You like my shirt today? It reminds you of dandelions. This is when I was into florals. Florals for spring, how groundbreaking. I got puppies. I'm glad someone noticed my wig.
No vessel, no help from the Heartless. So tell me, how'd you get here?
It's the Beast.
I simply believed. Nothing more to it. When our world fell into
Any furries in chat?
Belle was taken from me. I vowed I would find her again, no matter
Beast!
what the cost. I believed I would find her. So
Imagine
here I am.
how many
She must be here.
people Beauty and the Beast influenced because of Beast. You think a lot of people became furries because of Beauty and the Beast? Oh shit!
Stop!
So, you finally made it. About time. I've been waiting
Not
for
a
you.
furry, but that spurred your attraction
always
to
been
ugly
rivals,
men,
haven't we?
please.
You've always pushed me, as I've always pushed you.
Riku,
But it all ends here. There can't be two Keyblade Masters.
You have
what
like
are you talking about?
a
Let the
dagger.
Keyblade choose. Its true master. Maleficent was right. You don't have what it takes to save Kyrie. It's up to me. Only the Keyblade Master can open the secret door and change the world.
But that's impossible. How did this happen?
We're just gonna leave this beast
I'm the one who fought my way here with
just
the
like
Keyblade.
bleeding back here.
You were just the delivery boy. Sorry, your part's over now. Here, go play hero with this.
Didn't I beat your ass on the island with a wooden stick? Fuck off. Riku.
Goofy, let's go. We have to remember our mission. well, I know the king told us to follow the key and all, but...
Wow, they really just fucking ditched me? What? Some real fake ass friends.
Hey, don't move. You're hurt.
Fuck Donovan with his dick stuck in his throat ass voice, please.
Why did you come here? I came to fight for Pearl. And though I am on my own, I will fight. I won't leave without her. That's why I'm here.
You would cook him? Would you cook any
Me
of your
too.
ducks?
I'm not gonna give up now. I came here to find someone very important to me.
And here I am, this whole cutscene, just looking at those treasure chests in the back. You saw how fucked up that texture was back here? I would really love to learn how to cook duck, because crispy skin on a duck is just the best thing, because there's so much fat in duck skin that it can get really crispy. You've only seen it cooked on chopped? That's sad. Boy, why are you stuck? Thick boy? You bake exclusively with duck eggs? How does that change the texture on things? I'm very curious. Okay, I'm done. Get me out of here. The yolk is a lot bigger than a chicken eggs, and it makes it richer. Yeah, yolk is richness. That's basically what yolk amounts to. How far is the next save point? I feel like I should go into the next room. Fried rice with duck eggs is the best fried rice she's ever had. And that's what your mom said. I can understand that because of the richness from the yolk. So if you really want to do that with chicken eggs too, you just separate the yolk from the white. Or just use only yolk. You think they really ditched us and said, damn, you need to go back to Traverse Town? That's crazy. They really did ditch me. This platform feels very Super Mario 3D World. What the fuck is this? Oh, fuck. You're not gonna separate yolks? That's where you draw the line? It's not that hard. You have fingers. Is this just like a big puzzle area now? Alright, I've done too much exploring for this place. I'm leaving, and I'm gonna go back and save. And I'll do the rest of this place later. This feels very dungeony. I'm saving this for later. I thought there was gonna be another cutscene, and I would be like, alright, cool. But no. Oh, look at the beast. He has so much HP. Alright, I feel like I got a lot done. I feel like my save file saved from the last time because the game did crash on me the last time I played this game. And we'll complete this area and get that white power trinity that I need to save the rest of the dogs. And we'll see how much longer there is left. It doesn't feel like a lot, but then again, I don't know this game. So, love you guys. I've been saying white power the whole stream. I was like, I need white power. Give me the white power. I saved all the puppies that I could without the white power. Oh man, I am Cancer. We gotta end this. Good night. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 because knowing myself, I won't be on time.